Wild. We just saw them play game number 2, that S&D. We're going to be heading into CTF on Biolab. Both teams looking very, very strong, Mikester. And 6-4 was the score in that last one, going into another objective. Obviously, respawn game type on this one, moving on to Biolab. Who are you feeling? Can it really go either way right now?
I think it can. We had a close search and destroy. We had before that a close hard point as well. Maybe, being determined at the very end there, but from the beginning to the middle to relatively near the end, it was a close game, and you really can't call it. With a capture the flag here, once again, we're seeing you Biolab for, this map number 3 area, but, we're seeing the flags getting picked up. We've already had a couple flags returned, but it is going to be Ken House with this flag pushing out through snow. He's going to get shot in the back. His teammates are trying to be there for support, but it's all about if they'll be able to maybe keep this flag alive. They won't be able to. The flag has been returned, and then the player's going to be pushing through Biolab to try and maybe get another run.
Yeah, and Resonix is in a good position here, but No Skill's going to be watching out for it. But Resonix playing it smart, just delaying here a little bit inside of Red here. He's trying to watch his flank, but he's being potentially a little too cautious. He's going to watch his back here, as there's going to be a player peeping out, but he's going to be able to get the jump on him potentially. Finds him, but look at that, doesn't spot the other player, so it's going to be Zirkle picking up the kill there. Jack Bunn also taking down Bushy here. We're over with Roll C, and he's over on top of Blue at the moment. He's trying to watch behind him. No caps on the board just yet. No action with the flags. Resonix just got dropped by Jack. Roll's getting the shots out. Heavy tags, but he's actually going to be taken down by Jack. That was actually pretty insane there. Nice reflexes by Jack to be able to pick up the kill there before he was dropped. And look at this, it is just slaying action. Kill feed lighting up as both of these teams vie for position on this map. Neither of them able to really get control right now. We're over with No Skill, and he's got no skill as he's taken down by Ken House, going 4 for 3 at the moment. I just saw Davo getting some shots out. Wanted to jump over to Ken House though, as he's able to pick up the flag. Jack the Bun also doing the same for his team. Under fire here, so it looks like Jack the Bun in the better position. He needs to watch his flank though, as he was just taken down. Zirkle again going hard with the kills. Jack the Bun just that little bit better though. Zirkle going 4 for 2, so at least it's positive. A bit of gunfire happening in the Biolab, and it was going to be Jack the Bun able to come out a little bit better. There's a couple of players here running outside of 5. Finds one. Can he find the other player who just jumped out the window? And he does indeed spot him. Jumps in, gets the shots from behind, able to take him down. So nice work there by Jack. He's going to be making a run with the flag, but he's not going to get far. Let's go on to the other side of the map where we've got Bushy trying to make a run with this flag.
I just want to reflect on the overall scorelines here. We're still 0-0 after nearly a quarter of this overall map. We've had a lot of flag runs, and potentially you might see our first flag happen here, and it should be not even contested here. And there we go. That's the first point. Ironically, as I say that, but that's going to be 1-0. It took them 2.5 minutes to get this first point on the board, and now they just need to hold it. I mean, now is a great thing for them. They lost that first map, so they had to play catch up for map number 2, and now getting the lead in this capture flag, it's definitely going to be motivating for them here in this map.
Yeah, indeed it is. It's going to be actually really on Bushy over here. He was in a very pivotal position for this squad to protect his flag runner, and he did his job pretty well. The flag has been dropped, and look at this. Lots of kills out by Bushy. That was all Bushy right there, and he was able to pick up the vital kills and then cap the flag for his team. Credit to his teammate who was able to run the flag the whole way, but Bushy going large when he had to, and look, he's even going to get some gravy on the side by cleaning up some kills there. Ken House and Resonix both getting kills there. Resonix actually picked up the big doublers there as well there, and we saw all of this Flair gaming squad completely drop there. There was a player just waiting on the stairs, setting the trap there for Resonix, and unfortunately he was dropped. So 1-1 with 1:30 left. I don't think this game could get any closer right now.
I really don't think it could. I mean, we have the shots out. There you go. He decides he can't see him. He doesn't want to look up. He'll go for the gas containers, and he'll be able to pick off those kills. Oh! I saw that coming, but I thought he would have double jumped. I thought he would have dashed. I thought he would have done something. Not just fall off the map. Either way.
Smartest player of the game, followed by the not so smart.
It was a great team down, and then he killed it. He killed himself.
Mate, he didn't want to be on this planet anymore. That's the way to celebrate. He jumped off. So, good on him. That's one way to celebrate. 50 seconds left in the half, and we've still got even scoreboard right now as No Skill able to pick up the kill here in Biolab, taking down Resonix. Looking towards purple. There is a player just setting the trap around the corner, and he is going to be dropped. Ken House coming up better there, and your kill feed has lit up red as this squad is looking pretty good right now. Get Wild lighting up once again. Getting trolled by the window. Decides to finally smash it in. Trying to make a move on the flag. He needs to watch his flank though, and also the player right in front of him. He's going to be shot down by that player. I did mention on the flank. 25 seconds left, and let's jump over to Zirkle. He was the leading slayer for his team just before, but he's stinking right now, getting dropped. It's going to be all Jack right now, picking up 16 for 11. He's on the 3-point streak in the last 10 seconds of this game, and he's just going to watch the flag once again, just, you know, setting the trap for the team. There's going to be a couple players moving in. You've got Bushy here out on the snow, and he's going to be under fire, able to get the kill though, follows it up, big two-piece, taking down Zirkle as well, and that is a great way to finish up the round. If you're going to end the round at the end of half at 1 apiece, you might as well finish it with style.
Exactly right, but we still got the second half coming up next. It's not the map over just yet, so we're going to have the side swap. We have another 5 minutes, and the scores are going to be tied. So it's 1-1. We had, once again, 2.5 minutes until we even saw our first flag cap in. Do you see a similar result here in the second half?
I totally do. Considering these last two games, how close they've been, and now it seems that these teams are very, very evenly matched here on the CTF on Biolab. I'm expecting it to come down to the wire. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in this half. We're going to kick things off with Zirkle, who is throwing the grenades straight through into that elbow building. He's going to be watching the player come up there. He's got the tags out, able to clean it up, and look it up. Lit up blue there for this Flair gaming squad. They're going to be trying to make a move into red here, where that flag is obviously held. They were taken out by the spawners though. No skill here, trying to make a move into red. Long shots out, but Roll C is going to be shutting that down promptly. And look at this, all dropping right now for this no skill squad. It's going to be the guys from Get Wild trying to make a move. Flag in hand, going to be running back towards the purple building here. Bushy going to be running around. Let's go check out that player who's running through Biolab, because he's the one who's going to be shutting it down. That's Jack, and no, Bushy says, no, I am running this flag. It is mine. It is going through. He's on a 3-point streak right now. He's got a lot of support here. Watch out for the player who's up on the roof. He's spotted him. Great awareness by this player, and he's playing very patiently. Needs to watch himself. He decides to very smartly back off. He's going to get his teammate to run point for him. That's Resonex trying to clean it out for him. Gets one kill. There's one more left here. He might be, in fact, on the roof. I didn't quite see there. The flag is still running, but don't forget, the flag is also out with Davo. So he's going to be trying to run it for his team, and he's right over on the other side of the map. So it really could go either way here, Meister.
I'm still seeing a stalemate here. We're having both flags, you know, one over on snow, one over on blue. Players still going to try and contest from both angles here. But let's swap on over to a team, or, you know, right here over on Davo. You know, he's just trying to play defense. The attacking ground is happening. I mean, you can even see on the minimap over on the Biolab, you have players there trying to push on down, trying to get that up edge. But you got 2 players at the minimum over on defense. The flag will now be returned, so that'll be a cap in, and that'll be Flair taking the lead once more, 2-1. It took nearly 2 minutes for that flag cap as well. We had a little bit of a stalemate though, which was the difference from our first half. And you know, you're going to be seeing them try and set up for another relay. That being said, there was nearly a counter right there for a moment, but unfortunately just wasn't meant to be.
I think I think that stalemate just speaks volumes for how close this game is. You've got Kenhouse now trying to make a run for the Get Wild squad. Takes out the player on the roof. That was Jack taking the fall, but he in turn is also going to be taken down. There is some wild scrappy action happening here in that red room. And look, before you know it, all flags are returned. And look, as you just mentioned before, that stalemate, it looks like, of course, it was the team of Get Wild who were a little worse for wear out of that, and Flair were able to clutch that flag. And with 2 minutes 20 left, and how close this game is, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it just stayed a stalemate for the rest of this game. So that point really, really was important, and it was unfortunate for the Get Wild squad to drop that. Now, as with all that said, we've now got Davo for the Flair squad trying to make a run. He's up here, up high. He's got the players just in front of him. Gets one kill. There's another player there. He needs to take out that flag carrier. Resonex able to get away, and that was also vital. He needs to watch himself now. He did have backup. Let's go have a look. There's a bit of action happening here in Biolab, as there was no skill being taken down. Both flags were out, and as I say that, the flag was returned. It was able to be capped there, and things are evening up now. 2 caps apiece here, Mike, with only 1:40 left.
2-2. We got the flag about to be picked up here by Bush. He's going to be able to rotate back over through the blue snow, and he's actually going to get shot out from the interception there over onto the 5 alley. Either way, he's going to get taken down. The flag's still in open ground. Now it's going to get returned. So now we have 95 seconds remaining, or 97 counting down either way. We do have these we do have these players trying to fight for that for that final cap. They don't want to let it go to an overtime. That's the important part. They want to secure it right here in regulation play and then just hold it out, and they still have plenty of time to do so, but it's all about being able to work with your team, work with those final plays. We're going to get stunned out from Zirkle as he does get taken down as he tries to pick up that flag, but his teammate is there. That is going to be Davo with the flag once again. He's going to be trying to go in for a run. He's going to be waiting over onto orange. His teammate's going to be waiting in red. His teammate's behind him as well, so that's a nice play there for them, but the opposing flag has been taken there by Bushy, so that's one thing you got to keep in mind. His teammates are trying to contest. Both flags seemingly returned for the moment, and there you go. Both flags back at base, 38 seconds on the clock.
Davo was just a little too slow there, and Kenhouse was right on his tail. He's going to be following up with more kills as well. Taking down No Skill, needs to watch the flank though. He's going 24 for 18, which is a very, very strong score for his team now. Resonix is just looking out the window. He's basically sniffing this flag. He's going to be trying to make a move on it. He needs to watch himself though, because the players are no doubt going to be keeping an eye on their minimap for movement. We're going to jump over to Roll C as he was just dropped. No Skill and Resonix both have flags in their hands. You can see No Skill now running around the alley, and he does have backup from his teammates, but so does Resonix over here. This is the definition of a stalemate. Both teams were in a position where they were backed up by their teammates. Both flags were out in the final seconds of that game. So you had a 2-2 score. We've got a tie here. We're going to be going into overtime, and both flags were out, Mike, so this is an intense game. Both of them, I don't think I've seen a match so evenly matched in quite a while. Yeah,
neither have I. And I mean, you just got to put it in, split it up into segments. We had our first half, it was 1-1. Our second half, now 2-2. So they were able to both get one flag per half, so they didn't really have a good or bad side. But now we're going into the regular overtime here for our capture the flag on Biolab. So it'll be the quickest flag wins. Fairly easy to explain. We're going to be seeing which team can really get that first flag in for themselves, and in the second half we'll have to try and beat that time. Either way, we have kills lighting up over onto this snow and the Biolab sides, as you have Resonance and on the back. So that's already 3 players down the flag, looking maybe to get picked up here from Flair. No, they're going to get shut down as well. And I mean, the pressure's on here because the series is tied up at 1-1 as well. So it's to take the lead in this series, and it's a crucial point of it as well.
It really is. And as you were just saying that, we saw it was the guys of Get Wild. They were pretty much all taken down there, which gave Davo the positioning to go for the flag. He needs to watch himself, though. There's going to be a few players around him. He does have the help of his teammates who he was just shooting at, and he's going to actually be taken down by his teammate. A bit of a fight over the flag there. While all this is happening, No Skill was going for a run for the flag, but he was able to be shut down there by Kenhouse. Bushy now making a move. He's got some backup from his teammates, but not where he needs them, as he was just taken down by Jack the Bun. Kenhouse and Resonix both picking up kills for this squad, and now tries to follow it up with yet another kill, and he does by taking down No Skill. Davo, the only one left alive for this Flair gaming squad. Get Wild trying to do their best as well. We've got 3 minutes 45, so plenty of time. Davo able to pick up the kill on Kenhouse, running in for the flag. Don't forget, this is in overtime, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, and this has been a crazy series so far. As we've seen, it is 1 game to each of these teams, and now they are 2-2 in the third game. It really can't get any closer into the overtime. We've got Bushy here trying to make a move into the red. That flag was capped, however. So Mikester,
time to beat 1 minute 36.
I don't know, man. I don't know. 1 minute 36 is pretty quick, considering how these teams have been battling it out. So it was Flair, for those of you who missed it, able to get that very ever so important cap there. And 1 minute 36 left, as we do know. And now let's see if these guys can get a cap, or if it's going to be the Flair squad to just shut it down. Kenhouse being dropped fairly quick there. Roll C showing a bit of colour as he's trying to get the players in Biolab, but Jack is going to get the jump on him. And look at your kill feed, Mike. So all blue as Flair are trying to shut this down.
They didn't need to play attacking ground anymore, but they're still going to be doing that. They just needed to hold out, and their teammates are just going off with Jack the Bun just being able to run this flag. Now, will they be able to break their own time? I do think it might be so. The punch in the face there, taking down one. He'll take out a second one as well, but he will get taken down by a third. The flag still getting returned for the moment there by Kenhouse. Still 47 seconds, so plenty of time to go in for this run. And you mentioned a bit earlier, 1 minute 30, seeming a little bit, a little bit less of time, but for an actual flag capture itself, it's more than enough, and they really need to make some plays happen. Resident's trying to pick up this flag. He'll get taken out as well, so the flag's still over at the baseline, as Roll C will be trying to push on forward. 27 seconds, enough time He's got a couple of seconds of leeway, but they got to start running this one. They got to start doing it now. Player's going to be meeting them over on the flank. They just need to hold this flag out, but they'll return it back over the base. 15 seconds left. Doesn't seem like there's going to be enough time, and that'll be now the lead. Flair are going to take that one out after an incredible capture the flag on Biolab to go up in the series 2-1.
I don't have enough words to explain how amazing that series just was. It obviously, both teams 1-1 in the series. We've gone through to the game 3, the CTF. It was then 2-2 in the game. We went to overtime. Flair was able to clutch the cap in the first half of overtime. And then, it was just a crazy slay fest right after that. And Get Wild, I think it's fair to say it was just even. When both teams focus purely on slaying, it was completely even, and that's where we saw the real stalemates happen in that second half. But the unfortunate downside of that stalemate is that Get Wild just couldn't get anywhere near the flag. They picked it up, took 2 steps, they were dropped instantly. It was great defense by the Flair gaming squad, and they just came out just that slight bit better. I always say at the end of a game, well, they came out better in that game. It's only the smallest fraction that they did.
Yeah, and the series isn't over. We still got more maps coming up next. It's only 2-1, so we've got the uplink, and if needed, another search and destroy at the end. So the series is still really getting interesting here. If it can be forced into a map 5, it'll be great because these teams are fighting to make their way into that grand final. So that they're guaranteed a top 4 position, but there's only one spot here in this overall qualifier to go to those regional finals. So they need to go on to the next map. They need to make sure they can at least get something back here and try and tie up the series once again in this uplink coming up next.
Yeah, well, at least Flair Gaming can wipe the sweat off their brow right now. They do have the 1 game advantage, and as you did mention, there's only one spot at the end of today's New Zealand qualifier for a team to go through to the Asia Pacific finals, where they'll meet our 5 Australian teams already through and 2 teams from the Asia region. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this series plays out. We just saw the victory there to Flair Gaming. They are up in this series up against Get Wild. We're going to be coming back with game number 4 right after this break.